In Korea and many other democratic countries, the winner of an election is determined by popular vote, meaning the candidate who gets the most votes wins. But it's a bit more complicated in the US. It's not the popular vote that determines the winner, it's the electoral vote. In order to understand how the election in the US works, you need to understand that the US is a federation consisting of 50 states and Washington, D.C., with delegates representing each of those states. And the states are the most important factor determining the winner. The influence that a state has in the election is measured by the number of electoral vote it has. And that's determined by a combination of the number of districts in a state, which is equal to the number of seats it has in the House of Representatives, and each state's 2 U.S. senators. States with higher populations have a higher number of representatives, which in turn give the state more electoral votes. In other words, some states have a lot more influence over the election than others. So let's take a look at California, for example. With a population of nearly 40 million, California has 53 districts, so it has 55 electoral votes. Alaska, on the other hand, has just 3. Put all the states together, plus the 3 electors allocated to Washington, D.C., and you get a grand total of 538 electoral votes. With just 2 exceptions, most states have a winner-takes-all system, meaning the popular vote determines the winner of a state, and that person gets all the electoral votes. And that brings us to the magic number 270. The candidate who garners 270 electoral votes wins the election and becomes the president. Barring any complications, the world will soon know which candidate has come out on top and won the most electoral votes, and therefore the title of President of the United States. 건영.